suit against the parents and coaches involved. Number two, a couple of college students suing 8 universities involved. Bring in Emma Meshell, I've got to get it right, from Campus Reform. All right, give me your reaction. When you heard about this scandal, you tell me what you thought.
Well, first of all, I can't think of anything more embarrassing than getting my parents involved in my college admissions process, having them grease the wheels, pay someone to take my SAT for me. That's humiliating, and I get secondhand embarrassment when I hear that for those students. But also, this is such an insult to students that work hard and do things the right way, like the students that I work with at the Leadership Institute's Campus Reform. These are students that worked super hard to get into good colleges and are working while they're in school to prove their merits. This is an insult to all of them that kids that are sitting next to them in class may have just paid their way into school.
Would you accept that wealthy people, or just people with good money, have an advantage when it comes to getting their children into college? I mean, they can pay for college prep courses. They can pay for SAT advice. The rich have an advantage. Would you accept that?
You know, I don't necessarily think that wealth is the issue here, because not every wealthy family does this horrible act to get their kids into school.
No,
Some
I'm not suggesting
have.
that. I'm not suggesting that. But
Okay.
A lot of parents with money will use that money to get their kids into school, not by bribing anybody, but by paying for expensive special services. They've got an advantage with their money.
I definitely believe that there's an advantage there when you're able to hire people to tutor your kids, but I would argue also that those parents have worked hard for that money to be able to help their kids get into school. What I do have a major problem with, though, is fraud, which is what this is. This is not representative of most students who are trying to get into college. This is a sector of society that has decided it's okay to circumnavigate our laws and try to bribe people to get what they want. That's not fair, and that's not what the American way is about.
You know what got me? These people are the elites. They're always telling us how to live, and they turn around and do that. That's what got to me. Last word to you.
Well, you know, the great irony of this story, like you're saying, is the Hollywood elite. They tend to be very, very liberal. Also, colleges and universities have been making headlines for years for disparaging capitalism and trying to look down on the wealthy. Yet here they are under the table taking checks from the wealthy so that they can grease the wheels and get kids in who weren't actually able to get in on their own.
I think we can agree on this, Meshell. We're both unhappy with what's going on. Emma, I'm sorry. We're both unhappy, correct?
Yes.
There you go. Emma, thank you very much indeed. Appreciate you being here. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
All right, President Trump will be heading to Capitol Hill for the annual Friends of Ireland.